कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम् यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् गोष्पदीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायण महामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशं मक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वादात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमद राक्षसान्तकं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामसागरगामिनी पुनादिभुवनं पुण्या रामायण महानदी वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीय गुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलं सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Continuing on explaining the army of Raghava Sri Rama. Obviously, Ravana is not very pleased by the great, elaborate description of the mighty warriors. But however, he also wants to know what is the strength of the enemy. Accordingly, he had to prepare his army also. After explaining the Kratana who dwelled in the Kailasha mountain, where his own stepbrother also used to stay, Kubera. Continuing in the verse number 25 here. Yo Gangam Anuparyeti Trasayan Gajayutapan Astinam Vanaranam Cha Purvavairam Yesha Yutapatirneta Garjan Giriguhashayah Gajan Rodayate Vanyan Arujamscha Mahiruhan Harinam Vahini Mukhyaha Nadim Haimavati Manu
Nadim Haimavati Manu.
Ushira Bijamashritya
Ushira Bijamashritya.
Mandaram Parvadottamam
Mandaram Parvatottamam.
Ramate Vanarashreshtaha
Ramate Vanarashreshtaha.
Divishakra iva Swayam
Divishakra iva svayam.
Enam Shatasahasranam
Enam shatasahasranam.
Sahasram Abhivartate
Sahasram abhivartate.
Virya Vikramadraptanam
Virya vikramadruptanam.
Nardatam Bahubhalinam
Nardatam bahushalinam.
Sayesha Neta Cha Etesham
Sayesha neta cha etesham.
Vanaranam Mahatmanam
Vanaranam mahatmanam.
Sayesha Durdaro Rajan
Saesha durdharo rajan.
Pramati Nama Yutapaha
Pramathi nama yuthapaha.
Vateno Vodadam Megam
Vatene odhatam megham.
Yamena Manupashyati
Yamena manupashyasi.
Yamenam, right? Anikam Apisamrabdham
Anikamapi samrabdham.
Vanaranam Tarasvinam
Vanaranam tarasvinam.
Uddutamarunabhasam
Uddhutamarunabhasam.
Pavanena Samantataha
Pavanena samantatah.
Vivartamanam Bahushaha
Vivartamanam bahushaha.
Yatrot Bahulam Rajaha
Yatretad bahulam rajaha.
Yatretat Bahulam Rajaha. Here explaining Pramati Nama Yutapaha. The word Mata is to churn, and Pramata Prakarshena Matanam Kurute. He is the one who exclusively churning. It's called, therefore, there is name itself is Pramata. Pramata. Prakarshena Matanatvat. Yo Gangam Anuparyeti. He is the one who is there in the banks of Ganges, Trasayan Gachayutapan, creating a lot of threat to the herd of herd of elephants. Why? Astinam Vanaranam cha Purva Vairam Anusmaran. There was a big feud between the monkeys and the elephants long time back, and therefore he is threatening all the elephants there. Esha Yutapatihi Neta, this commander who is also a leader, Garjan Giri Guhashayaha, roaring in all the hills and caves. Gajan Rodayate, he always stops and controls movement of the elephants in that area. Vanyan Arujamscha Mahiruhan, and in all places like various forests and Arujamscha Mahiruhan, the trees that are there, and then uprooting them. Arujam, uprooting all of them. Mahiruhan, Mahi means bhumi. Ruha means gross. So Mahiruha means all the trees. Mahiruhan. Harinam Vahani Mukyaha Nadim Haimavati Manu. And he is one of the prominent leaders, and he is also there with all these atrocities he is creating to threaten only the elephants. Haimavatim means Ganga. Haimavati is Anu, Nadim. Ushira means staying. Ushira Bija Mashritya. Ushira Bija is also a name of a mountain which is there in the near the Ganges, Ushira Bijam Ashritya Mandaram Parvadottamam. It is equal to that of Mandara mountain, well known. Ramate Vanara Sreshtaha. He dwells there enjoying Divi Shakra Iva Iswayam. Like the Indra who is reveling in the Divi, in the heavens. Similarly, he was ruling that area. Enam Shatasrahasranam Sahasram Abhivartate. He has then, therefore, 10 crores of monkeys along with him. 1,000, 1000, 000, you put that many of them. Virya Vikrama Draptanam, those monkeys are all Virya, power and valor. Triptanam, they are so pride. Nardatam Bahushalinam. There they are shouting and roaring everywhere. Sa Esha Neta Cha Etesham. Etesham Neta, he is the leader of all of them. Vanaranam Mahatmanam. Sa Esha Durdaro is very difficult to hold back. Dukkena Dharati iti Durdaraha. Dukkema Gantum Shakyate. It's called Durga. Dur and Ga. So Ga is Gachati Gamanam. Dukkena Gamanam. Difficult to reach. That's called Durga. The Dur is used for difficulty also. So here basically difficulty not in the form of Dur means negative. So Dur also means hard, difficult. Durdaraha, hard to hold. His name is Pramati. His name is Pramati Nama Yotapaha. Vatena Uddhatam Megam, like that of the cloud, being drifted by the wind. Yam enam anupashyasi. What you are seeing him is like that huge cloud being moved about by a wind. Anikam abhi samrabdham. Vanaranam anikam abhi. Tarasvinam vanaranam abhi samrabdham. He is also creating love agitation among the army so that they are all ready to fight. And when they get agitated, it is like what? By him. Pavanena udduda maruna abhasam samantataha vivartamanam bahushaha yatra etat bahulam rajaha. This is where Valmiki excels. So when the army is moving about with agitated by him, it equals to that of the when the Aruna Abhasam Pavanena Samantataha Uddutam. So it is like that of the mountain which is colored by the dust raised by when the sun rises up in the east. Vivartamanam Bahushaha Yatra Etat. And Vivartamana means circling around or hovering around the dust by the wind. The wind is continuously moving about and making the whole dust rise up in the same way. Yatra edat bahulam rajaha bahushaha vivartamanam. How? Samantataha pavanena. By the wind it is continuously being thrown here and there. How the dust rises up. Uddudam aruna uddudam Udduda maruna abhasam, like that of the Udduta marunam. So that is say raising up like Aruna abhasam, like the color of that smoke sun, how the dust has risen up by his agitating the army. It is very difficult to actually translate because it is the various kinds of adjectives and this thing he puts and the similes he puts. You have to be very careful which goes with what. So Rajaha is the main point, which is the Prathama Vibhakti. Rajaha Pavanena Samantataha Vivartamanam Rajaha Bahushaha Yatra Ed Bahulam Rajaha. how Uddudamaruna Avasam. So, this is how the Vanara is, they are referred as Anikan api tapasvinam tarasvinam Vanaranam Samrabdham Uddudam Aruna Abhasam, and then Pavanena Vivartamanam Bahushaha Yatra Edad Bahulam Rajaha. Anyway. Ete Sitamukha Goraha
ये ते सितमुखा घोराः
Golangula Mahabalaha
गोलाङ्गूलमहाबलाः
Shatam Shatasahasrani
शतं शतसहस्राणि
Drishtva Vai Sedubandhanam
दृष्ट्वा वै सेतुबन्धनम्
Golangulam Maharaja
गोलाङ्गूलं महाराज
Gavaksham Nama Yutapam
गवाक्षं नाम यूथपम्
Parivaryabhinandante
परिवार्याभिनर्दन्ते
Lankam Marditumojasa.
लङ्कां मर्दितुमोजसा.
Now comes the name of the another monkey, Gavaksha. Gavaksha Nama Yutapam Maharaja. Oh, great king, now look at him. Ete Asita Mukha Goraha. He has got all the monkeys who are black-faced. Asita. Sita means white. Asita. Ete Asita Mukha Goraha. Gola Angulaha. The large tail. Mahabalaha, which are very strong. Shatam Shatasahasrani. 1 crore of them. Drishtva Vai Sedubandhanam. So they, seeing the construction of that old bridge that was built. Hey, Maharaja, Golangulam Gavaksham Nama Yutapam. They are, who again, long-tailed one, Parivarya, they coming around him, Abhinardante, they are resounding very loudly, roaring, Lankam Mardidum Ojasa, with their own strength, they wanted to destroy Lanka. Common factor in all of them, they are all interested in destroying Lanka. That is one thing which is common to all of them. So, that is to say, Ravana, none of them have unwillingly here. Every one of them are willingly there, waiting to destroy this place. See, interesting thing is they don't know, right? They have no idea about who are all going to be there, who are the enemies, none of those. What kind of weapons they have, none of those they know. One thing they know, Shri Raghava Rama ke liye kar raha hu. Bas, that is all it is. We are not interested in what is there, who is there, where is Lanka, no idea. Whom we are going to fight, no idea. How strong they are, no idea. Then what? Iske liye kar raha hu. This is the one to whom we are doing. That is all we need. Brahmaravarita yatra
भ्रमराचरिता यत्र
sarvakala paladrumaha
सर्वकालफलद्रुमाः
yam suryastulya garnabam
यं सूर्यस्तुल्यवर्णाभम्
anuparyeti parvatam
अनुपर्येति पर्वतम्
yasya basa sada bhanti
यस्य भासा तदा भान्ति
tadvarna mrugapakshinaha
तद्वर्णा मृगपक्षिणः
yasya prastam mahatmanaha
यस्य प्रस्थं महात्मानः
natyajanti maharshayah
न त्यजन्ति महर्षयः
sarvakama phala vrikshaha
सर्वकामफला वृक्षाः
sada phala samanvitaha
सदा फलसमन्विताः
madoni cha maharhani
मधूनि च महार्हाणि
yasmin parvada sattame
यस्मिन् पर्वतसत्तमे
tatresha ramate rajan
तत्रैष रमते राजन्
रम्ये काञ्चन पर्वते
रम्ये काञ्चनपर्वते
मुख्यो वानरमुख्यानाम्
मुख्यो वानरमुख्यानां
केसरी नाम यूतपः.
केसरी नाम यूथपः.
Now the next one is Kesari. Kesari is also, as we all know, Kesari is the father of Hanuman. Not the one which we eat. Also the Kesari. Kesari is one of the sweet items they prepare. Halwa like Kesari. I don't know what. I think they made out of Rava only. So, this also, he is also a commander general there. Brahmara varita yatra. Brahmara avarita yatra. Where there are many, many bees. Why? Because the place where he is dwelling is a place where sarvakala phaladrumaha. The trees that are always giving fruits in all seasons. Yam Surya Stulya Varna Abam. The mountain has got the shade or the color of sun. Surya Tulya Varna Abam. Anuparyedi Parvatam, that Parvata. And Yasya Basa Sadabhanti, because constantly it is shining that color, and even the mriga pakshinaha, all the animals and birds also, because of that light, always they look golden color. Because of the sun, the color of the sun is what reflected in this mountain, and all those which are there, even the Maharshis and great people would not like to live there. Not. They always want to live. Yasya prastham, on which place, on the top of the summit, Mahatmanaha, Maharshayaha, Natyajanti. They won't leave that place. Why? Sarvakama phala vriksha. The vrikshas there, the trees there, always give desirable fruits. Sada phala samanvida. Always having fruits, and that means you can eat 4 seasons. So they have a hotel, like we have the 4 season hotel. There, this is called a 4 season hill. Any time of the year you can go and live there. Madhuni cha maharhani yasmin parvata sattame. In that very parvata, in that very place, Parvata mountain, where there is most delightful and most deserving honey, best of the honey available. Tatra esha ramate rajan, that is where he dwells. Ramye kanchana parvate, in that golden mountain. Vanara mukhyanam mukhyaha, the best of the commanders. Kesari nama yutapaha. He's not talking about how many of them are there, but he is there. He did not explain about. And it is also said that the sun is constantly circumambulating this particular one. That is the reason why it is Suryaha Tulya Varnam Anuparyedi. Anuparya means constantly. Anuparya. Parya means to rotate. Anuparya, constantly going around. The sun is going around, and that's why it is always looking shining gold. Shashtigiri Sahasrani
षष्टिर्गिरि सहस्राणि
Ramya Kanchana Parvataha
रम्या काञ्चन पर्वताः
Tesham Madhye Girivaraha
तेषां मध्ये गिरिवरः
Tvam Ivanaga Rakshasam
त्वमिवानघरक्षसाम्
Tatreke Kapila Shvetaha
तत्रैके कपिला श्वेताः
Tamrasyaha Madhupingalaha
ताम्रास्याः मधुपिङ्गलाः
Nivasanti Antimagiro
निवसन्ति अन्तिमगिरौ
Tikšnadamshtra Nakayudaha
तीक्ष्णदंष्ट्रा नखायुधाः
Simha iva चतुर्दंष्ट्राः
सिंहा इव चतुर्द्रंष्ट्राः
व्याघ्रा इव दुरासदाः
व्याघ्रा इव दुरासदाः
सर्वे वैश्वानरसमाः
सर्वे वैश्वानरसमाः
ज्वलदाशी विशोपमाः
जलदाशी विशोपमाः
सुदीर्घाञ्चिदलाङ्गूलाः
सुदीर्घाञ्चितलाङ्गूलाः
मत्तमादङ्गसन्निभाः
मत्तमातङ्गसन्निभाः
महापर्वतसङ्काशाः
महापर्वतसङ्काशाः
महाजीमूतनिस्वनाः
महाजीमूतनिस्वनाः
वृत्तपिङ्गलनेत्राः
वृत्तपिङ्गलनेत्राः
वृत्तपिङ्गलनेत्रा हि
वृत्तपिङ्गलनेत्रा हि
महाभीमगतिस्वनाः
महाभीमगतिस्वनाः.
So here there are also Shashti Sahasrani Ramyaha. There are 60,000 small and big peaks are there, which are Kanchana Parvataha, golden mountains in that area. If only you go to Himalayas, especially when you start looking at it from a flight, they are layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of mountains. Peaks are thousands of them. Some are big, some are small. So they are like if you take a cloth and then start pushing both sides. If you take especially a kind of polyester cloth, if you start pushing from both sides, what happens is it will start creating ripples of, or the bigger and smaller, towers. And you keep on bringing them together, you look at streams of, such things, or the lines, rows of them. It is the same thing that is happening actually. The earth is pushing the land of Bharat towards the very solid part of, rocky part of the upper northern side. So what happened? One side there is a solid earth, another side the water is pushing the land, a portion of the land into that. So what happens? In between that area where the mountains are, the Himalayan mountains are, they are constantly going up as being pushed, earth is being pushed. That is why it is said Himalaya is the youngest among all the mountains. And it is constantly growing. And that is the reason why it is very prone to earthquakes. Because unsteadiness, it is not a rocky mountain, it is not rocks. If it's a rock, then nothing would disturb it. It is not track, it is kind of sediments. So it is constantly being pushed. And that is the reason you will find 60,000 peaks. Shashti Sahasrani Ramyaha Kanchana Parvataha. Tesham Madhye, among them, middle, Girivaraha, the best of the Giri or best of the mountain there. Tom Iva, Rakshasam Madhye Tom Iva. Anaga, the sinless one, he is calling him. And like that of you among the Rakshasas, in the same way, the mountain among them, which is in the middle, Tatra eke kapilaha shvetaha, there are monkeys which are living there, which are white in color. Some of them are tamraha, asyaha. So there are some of them are dark, some of them are copper color. Madhupingalaha, there are some of them are yellowish brown. Nivasanti, they are all staying there. Antimagirau, in the last mountain, Tikshnadamshtraha, which have very sharp teeth, Nakayudaha, their fingernails themselves are like that of weapons, Simhaha iva, Chaturdramshtraha, and they have large, sharp teeth like that of the lion. Vyagra iva durasataha, they are very difficult to contain like that of a tiger, very swift, very frightening, very fearful. Sarve Vaishwanara Samaha, they are all like a fire. Jwalad Ashi Vishopamaha, like that of the venomous snake. Sudirgaha, Sudirga Anchita Langulaha, Sudirga, long and upraised tails. Anchita Langulaha, Matta Madanga Sanniba, like mad elephants. Mahaparvata Sankashaha, looking like huge mountains. Mahajimuda Niswanaha, and roaring like that of the thunder. Vritta Pingala Netraha, and round yellowish eyes. He Mahabhima Gadiswanaha, like that of the causing the terrible sound and roaring while they are on their march. These are all the kind of monkeys you will face there. Mardayanti vate sarve,
Mardayanti vate sarve,
Tasturlankam samikshate,
Tasturlankam samikshate,
Esha chaisham adipatihi,
Esha chaishamadipatihi,
Madhye tishtati viryavan,
Madhye tishtati viryavan,
Jayarti nityamadityam,
Jayarthi nityamadityam,
Upadishtati buddhiman,
Upatishtati buddhiman,
Namna prativyam vikhyatah,
Namna prithivyam vikhyatah,
Rajan Shadabali Balitiyah, what's it called?
Correct.
Rajan, right?
Yes.
Rajan Shadabalitiyah,
Rajan shatabalitiyaha,
Esaivam Samsate Lankam,
Yeshaivaamshate lankam,
Ashamsate, Svenanike Namarditum,
Venaanikena marditum,
Vikranto Balavan Shuraha,
Vikranto balavan shuraha,
Paurushe Sve Vyavastitaha,
Paurushe sve vyavastitaha,
Ramapriyartam Prananam,
Ramapriyartham prananam,
Dayam na kurute harihi,
Dayam na kurute harihi,
Gajoga Vaksho Gavayaha,
Gajoga vaksho gavayaha,
Nalo Neelascha Vanaraha,
Nalo nilascha vanaraha,
Nala, Neela, Gava, Gavaksha. These are all the monkeys which I am referring to. Mardayanti tate sarve. They are all interested into destroying what? Lankam Samikshya. Te, all of them, as you are seeing them, te Samikshya, look at them. Lankam sarve te Lankam Mardayanti vatastuhu. They are standing there only to destroy Lanka. Esha cha esham adipatihi madhye, among all the commanders, Viryavan Tishtati, the one who is staying there, is known as Shatabali. That is given in the next valley. Shatabali is the name of the commander of all of them. So here, Shatabali iti yaha, second line, he says, E Rajan, Jayarthi, he is so seeking the victory. Nityam Adityam Upatishtati Buddhiman, because he is seeking Jaya or victory, therefore he is constantly worshipping Surya Devata. here, Nityam Adityam Upadishtadi. Namna Prathivyam Vikyatah, very well known in this world as He Rajan Shatabali iti yaha. Esha eva ashamsate lankam. And he was desiring to destroy Lanka. Svena anikena marditum, with his own army. Vikrantaha Mahabalan. Vikrantaha Balavan Shuraha Paurushe Sve Vyavastita. In his own valor he stays there, very powerful. Ramapriyatam Prananam Dayamna Kurute Harihi. Even for the sake of Rama, he doesn't even desire his own life. Pranam Dayamna Kurute. He doesn't have a consideration for his own life. Ramapriyartam. Then we have Gajaha, Gavakshaha, Gavayaha, Nala, Nila. These are all the Vanaras are also there, each one of them. That way it says, Ekam, Ekameva Yodhanam.
एकैकमेव योधानां
Kotibir
कोटिभिर्दशभिर्वृतः
Tatanye Vanarasreshtaha
तथान्येवानरश्रेष्ठाः
Vindhya Parvadavasinaha
विन्ध्यपर्वतवासिनः
न शक्यन्ते बहुत्वात्तु
न शक्यन्ते बहुत्वात्तु
संख्यातं लघुविक्रमाः
सङ्ख्यातुं लघुविक्रमाः
सर्वे महाप्रभावाः
सर्वे महाप्रभावाः
सर्वे महाशैलनिकाशकायाः
सर्वे महाशैलनिकाशकायाः
सर्वे समर्था पृथिवीं क्षणेन
सर्वे समर्था पृथिवीं क्षणेन
कर्तुं प्रविध्वस्तविकीर्णशैलाम्
कर्तुं प्रविध्वस्तविकीर्णशैलाम्
एकमेव योधानां कोटिभिः दशभिः वृतः. Each one of them, Gavaksha, then Gavaya, Nala, Neela, all of them, each one of them are surrounded by 10 crores of monkeys. Tata Anye Vanarashreshta, and also there are many other best of the commanders are there. Vindhya Parvata Vasinaha, they are all dwellers in the Vindhya mountains. Bahutvat Sankyatum na Shakyante. We are not able to, I'm not able to even count them at all. And they are very quick in their action. Bahu Vikramaha. So all of them, Sarve, hey Maharaja, Mahaprabhavaha, all of them are mighty warriors. Sarve, Mahashaila Nikashakayaha, all of them are looking like a huge mountains, rocks. And Sarve Samartaha Prathivim, they are all capable of Shanena Prathivim Pravidvasta Vikirna Shailam. They are capable of bringing down the mountains into dust on the earth. Shailam Vikirna Pradvista Pravidvasta, because destroying the mountains and making it like scattered all over the earth. So this much has been reported to him by Sharana. Remember, Shuka and Sharana are the two of the spies who went there. Among this, Sharana has been explaining this. And Ravana is, on the one hand, he was so afraid. You do not know what kind of enemy that he is going to face, because they are not using any traditional weapons. And how mighty they are. He was very proud of his own monsters he was ruling, but now he realizes animals are also monsters. They are there, not humans. Ityashe Srimad Ramayane Valmiki Adikavye Yuddhakande Saptabimshak Sarga 27. Now Shuka has not started to speak about it. Now he is going to speak about the last but not the least, best of the commanders there. Now he is starting on that. Sharanasya vacha shrutva.
Dharanasya
Sharanasya shavaja shrutva.
Dharanasya vachasrutva
Ravanam rakshasadipam.
Ravanam Rakshasadhipam
Balamadishya tat sarvam.
Balamadishya tat sarvam
Shuko vakyam atabravit.
Yuko vakyam athabravit
Stitan pashyasi va yanetan.
Titan pashyasi anetan
Mattani va mahadvipan.
Mattaniva mahadvipan
Negrodam iva gangeyan.
Nyagrodhaniva gangeyan
Talan haimavatanīva.
Talan haimavatāniva
Ete dushprasaharajan.
Ete dushprasaharajan
Balina kamarupinaha.
Kalinah kamarupinah
Daityadanava sankashaha.
Daityadanava sankashaha
Yuddhe deva parakramaha.
Yuddhe deva parakramaha
Yesham koti sahasrani.
Yesham koti sahasrani
Nava panchacha saptacha.
Tava panchacha saptacha
Tata shanka sahasrani.
Tatha shanku sahasrani
Tada vrunda shatani cha.
Tatha vrindashatani cha
Ete sugriva sachivaha.
Ete sugriva sachivaha
Kishkinda nilaya sada.
Kishkindha nilaya sada
Arayo deva gandharvaihi.
Arayo deva gandharvaihi
Utpanna kamarupinaha.
Utpanna kamarupinah
Saranasya vacha shrutva, listening to Sarana, Ravanam rakshasadibam. Tat balam adishya, having informed him about the balam or the strength of the army, then sarvam adishya, Shukaha vakyam abravit. Now Shuka has started to speak. Hey Ravana pashyasi, you are seeing. Yan etan mattaniva mahadvipan pashyasi stitan. Those who are standing there like that of the huge elephants, mad elephants. Mattan, Mahadvipan, Vanaran, Etan, Stitan, Pashyasi, you are seeing. Negrodaniva Gangeyan. They are like that of the huge banyan trees that are at the banks of the Ganges. Now we have, when you go to Kashi, Banaras, you will see some of them, huge banyan trees. They are said to be there for hundreds and hundreds of years, not one or two. So they are so huge, you cannot see the width and the height and the largeness of that. And so huge they are like that. Gangeyan. They are, Gangeya means that which is at the banks of the Ganga. Salan Haimavataniva. Similarly, the Sala trees of the Himalayas. Ete Dushprasaha Rajan. They are very difficult to overcome. Balinaha, Kamarupinaha. They are strong, but also they can take any form they want. Daitya Danava Sankashaha. They are equal to that of Daityas, Ditiputraha. Then Danavas. And Yuddhe Deva Parakramaha. They are also mighty like the Devas in the fight. Esham Koti Sahasrani Nava Panchacha Saptacha. 21,000 crores of them. Nava 9, Pancha 5, Sapta 7. Come together 21 Koti Sahasrani. 21,000 crores. I don't know how many zeros that you have to put. Think of it. Tada Shanku Sahasrani. There are another category of them which are known as Shanku and Vrunda Sahasrani. They are called, another category called Vrunda. as the footnote says, this will be calculated at the end of this very sarga. We'll see that then. Ete Sugriva Sachivaha. These are all the ministers of the Sugriva Kishkinda Nilayaha. They are all the residents of Kishkinda. Harayaha, these monkeys, Deva Gandharva Utpannaha. They are all born out of Devas in the heavens, Gandharvas, Kamarupinaha. They can take any form. So it is also said, when Sri Rama, Vishnu took the avatar of Sri Rama, all the Devatas and Gandharvas who are there in the heaven, they suddenly felt empty. Because if Vishnu is there, then they are very busy serving him. Very many visitors will be there. So they are taking, dancing and enjoying and then serving and whatever. But suddenly Vishnu has gone. The whole charm of the place is gone. Say they do not know what to do. What will we do? We also go. What do we do? Be with him. How? Like monkeys. If he has taken human form, we cannot take human form. We should be below him. Therefore, we will take Vanara. So that is why it is said, they all became Vanaras and then they were all there and serving him. That is the idea. There we say, it is said, Deva Gandharva Utpannaha. They are all born out of Devatas and Gandharvas. Yo tau pashyasi tishtantau.
Yo tau pashyasi tishtantau.
Samano deva rupinau.
Samanau deva rupinau.
Mindascha dividaschaiva.
Mindascha dvividaschaiva.
Abhyam nasti samo yudhi.
Tabhyam nasti samo yudhi.
Brahmana samanujñata.
Brahmana samanugnata.
Amrita prashino bhuvau.
Amrita prashina vubhau.
Ashamsete yata lankam.
Ashamse te yatha lankam.
Eto marditu mojasa.
Etau marditu mojasa.
Now, you two more people you are seeing there, Yau Tau Pashyasi, Tishtantau standing there, Devarupino Samano, they are equal to that of Devatas. They are known as Mainda and Vivida. Vivida and Mainda, these are all of these two of them. Tabhyam Yudhi Samaha Nasti. There is nobody who are equal to them in the battlefield. Brahmana Samanujñata Amrita Prashinau. They have drunk the Amritam as provided by Brahma himself. Ubau, both of them. Ashamsete, they are so desirous of Lankam Etau Mardidum Ojasa, with their own power, ready to destroy the entire Lanka. They both are also there in this army. They are already drinkers of Amrita, therefore they will not be killed that easily. So now comes the hero of the whole. Last but not the least, that he is mentioned at the end does not mean he is least of the warriors. Yam tu pashyasi tishtantam.
Yam tu pashyati tishtantam.
Prabhinnam iva kunjaram.
Prabhinnam iva kunjaram.
Yo balat kshobhayet kruddaha.
Yo balat kshobhayet kruddaha.
Samudram api vanaraha.
Samudram api vanaraha.
Yesho biganta lankayam.
Esho biganta lankayam.
Vaidehyastava cha prabho.
Vaidehyastava cha prabho.
Yenam pashya pura drishtam.
Enam pashya pura drishtam.
Vanaram punaragatam.
Vanaram punaragatam.
Jeshta kesarinah putraha.
Jeshta kesarinah putraha.
Vadatmaja iti shrutaha.
Vatatmaja iti shrutaha.
Anuman iti vikyataha.
Anuman iti vikhyataha.
Langito yena sagaraha.
Langito yena sagaraha.
Kamarupo harishreshtaha.
कामरूपो हरिश्रेष्ठः
बलरूपसमन्वितः
बलरूपसमन्वितः
अनिवार्यगतिश्चैव
अनिवार्यगतिश्चैव
यथा सततगः प्रभुः.
यथा ततः प्रभुः.
Now you are seeing whom you know. I don't need to tell you who it is. Yam tu pashyasi tishtantam prabinnam kunjaram viva. Like the ferocious elephant, yaha yo balat kruddaha, he the one who is strongly, when it is angry, samudram abhikshobayet. Even he will churn the entire ocean also. That Vanara is Lankayam Abhiganta. He the one who has looking for Sita. Vaidehya Abhiganta. Yeah, Prabhu, Tavacha. He has come already looking for Sita as well as for you. Yenam Pashya Pura Drishtam. See him again, whom you have seen before. Vanara. Punaragatam. Panaram Punaragatam. He is the one who has come back again. Meaning what? He knows everything about you. He is one there. He is not disappeared. He is there to bring them all back. And he knows every detail of the Lanka because he has come to see that. And now he has brought entire retinue only to make sure that what he has left behind unaccomplished, to finish that. And Kesarinaha Putraha Jeshtaha is the best. Kesari's son. Vadatmaja Idishrutaha also is known as son of the wind. Hanuman Idi Vikhyadaha. He is known as Hanuman. Polo Vajranga Bali Ki Jai. Langito Yena Sagaraha. He the one who has already crossed that ocean. Kamarupaha Harishreshtaha. He the one who can take any form according to his wish. Best of the Ankis. Balarupa Samanvitaha, with strong will and strength. And Anivarya Gatihi. It is impossible to understand his movement. Yata Satatagaha Prabhu, like that of the wind. You cannot predict which way he will move. So that is the nature of the Hanuman. Here, continuing about him. Why is he called Hanuman? Here is a small anecdote about that. Udyantam Bhaskaram Drishtva.
उद्यन्तं भास्करं दृष्ट्वा
Balah Kila Bubukshitaha.
बालः किल बुभुक्षितः
Triyojana Sahasram Tu.
त्रियोजनसहस्रं तु
Advanam Avatirya Hi.
अध्वानम् अवतीर्य हि
Adityam Aharishyami.
आदित्यम् आहरिष्यामि
न मे क्षुत् प्रतियास्यति
न मे क्षुत् प्रतियास्यति
इति निश्चित्य मनसा
इति निश्चित्य मनसा
कुप्लुवे बलदर्पितः
कुप्लुवे बलदर्पितः
अनादृश्यतमं देवम्
अनादृश्यतमं देवम्
अपि देवर्षि
राक्षसैः
अनासाद्यैव पतितः भास्करोदयने गिरौ पतितस्य कपेरस्य अनुरेकाशिलातले किञ्चिद्भिन्ना
दृढहनुः
अनुमानेश तेन वै सत्यम् आगमयोगेन ममेश विदितो हरिः नास्य शक्यं बलं रूपम् प्रभावो अनुभाषितुम्
प्रभावो वानुभाषितुम्
एष आशंसते लङ्काम्
एष आशंसते लङ्काम्
एको मतितुम् एको मदितुमोजसा
एको मतितुमोजसा
येन
जाज्वल
येन चारु
येन जाज्वल्य
येन चाज्वल्यते सौवै
येन जाज्वल्यते सौ वै
धूमकेतुस्तवाद्य वै
धूमकेतुस्तवाद्य वै
लङ्कायां निहितश्चापि
लङ्कायां निहितश्चापि
कथं विस्मरसे कपिम्.
कथं विस्मरते कपिम्.
So when he was very young, Balaha bubukshitah, desiring to eat. What? Bhaskaram udyantam bhaskaram drishtva, the rising sun, desiring to eat, triyojana sahasram tu advanam avatirya, crossing 3,000 yojanas, that is 24,000 miles. Advanam, having travelled avatiryahi, crossing there, Adityam aharishyami, I will swallow this Aditya, then thereafter there will not be any hunger at all. Name kshut pradiyasyati, no hunger will return to me. Thinking that, idi nischitya, manasa, in his mind, publuve, he jumped, leaped actually, baladarpitaha, with his own pride about his strength, anadrishyatamam, it is he is the one who cannot be attacked easily. Devamapi, devarshi rakshasaihi. So, anastrisyatamam devam, this is the one who is unattached, unassailable, even by the devatas, rishibihi, rakshasai, anasadhyeva patitaha. So, when he is unable to reach there, therefore he fall down. Bhaskara udayane girau, in that when he fell down on the very mountain where the sun said to rise up every day. In that very hill he fell down. When he was falling down, kapehe asya paditasya, as the one of the monkey which that fell down, Hanureka shilatale kinchit binna. Eka hanuhu, one of these part of the chin that become split into two. Binna. Drita hanuhu, then it becomes solidified. It is not only just injured, it becomes strong there. So it did not become weak, it becomes solid there. Therefore, Hanuman eva tena vai. Because that is why he is known as Hanuman. Chinman. In other words, he will say Chinman because he has a chin, split chin. Otherwise known as Chinmaya. Satyam agama yogena. Really, truly speaking, by some association only, Mama esha vidito harihi. I came to know about him. Na asya balam rupam prabhavo va anupashitum shakyam. It is not possible to speak about his form, strength, greatness. It is impossible to describe that. Esha ashamsate lankam. He is so desirous of destroying Lanka, eka, by himself, matitum ojasa, martitum actually it is, I think matitum, or maybe it is to churn around and destroy. So, he is interested to do it by himself. He is not under him, there is no need for thousands and crores of them. He himself will be able to do it. Yena Jajvalyate jaha. Jajvalyate aso vai Dhumaketuhu. his whole body was burning like that of the fire. Adyavai katam vismarase. How is that you are katam vismarase, Kapim? How are you not remembering this one, whose body himself was burning like fire? Lankayam nihitaschapi, and he is also has laid down the entire Lanka for his fire. Which you don't remember how he was capable of burning the entire place by his own body. Burning. Jajvalya asau vai dhumaketuhu. Dhumaketu means the abode of dhuma, abode of the smoke, that is fire. Adyavai na katam vismarase. Kapim na katam vismarase. How is that you are not remembering this one, for whose fire the entire Lanka was laid out? So therefore, I have to warn you about all these people. This is how Shuka has been describing the army, and the most prominent one, that is Hanuman. Aganita guna gana bhushana Rama, ashrita vatsala jaya jaya Rama, Ayodhyavasi Sita Rama, Gandhava Jaya Jaya Rama, Dasharatha Nandana Sri Rama,
Rama
Dashamukamardana
Jaya
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 Jaya,
Rama Kausalya
Kausalya Sukavardhana Rama, Kamita Phalata
Jaya
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 Jaya Rama,
Rama Papa Vimochana
Vamochana
Shri
Sri Rama,
Rama
Pattabhirama Jaya Jaya Rama,
Janaki
Janaki Jillabha
Vallabha
Sita Rama,
Jaya
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 Raghurama, Jaya
Jaya
Siya Rama, Vanara Sevita
Varasevita
Sri
Shri
Rama,
Rama
Varidhi
Varidhivanta
Vandana Jaya
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 Rama,
Rama Hanumat Pujita Sita Rama Shri
Sri
Ram
Ram
Jaya
Jaya
Ram
Ram
Jaya
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 Jaya Ram,
Rama Raghupati
Ragupati Raghava Raja
Raja
Rama, Patita Pavana
Patitapavana
Sita
Sitarama Shri
Sri
Ram
Ram
Jaya
Jaya
Ram
Ram
Jaya
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 Ram
Rama, Sri
Shri Ram
Ram
Jaya
Jaya
Ram
Ram
Jaya
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 Rama Siyavat
Ram Ramachandra ki jai, Pavana
Pavana
Sutta
Sutta Hanuman
Hanuman
ki
ki
jai
jai,
Umapati
Umapati
Mahadev
Mahadev ki
ki
jai,
jai Bolo
Bolo
Bhai
Bhai
Sab
Sab
Santan
Santan
ki
ki
jai
jai,
Shri
Sri
Sadguru
Satguru